Hi everyone. So as you can see in the background, this is the Manassas, Virginia train show. It's an annual show. The wind is crazy. My hair is probably everywhere. This is the Manassas annual train show. So I decided to come out here and check it out. Here's my outfit of the day. I have the orange vibe going on with this dress. It's supposed to be butterflies, like monarch butterflies. And I have a little flower. I saw some of these actually on the side of the road on the way here. So totally in season right now. Anyways, I'm on top of the parking deck. So as you can see below, this is the fair. So I know I went and I just started right off the bat. I didn't even wait for you guys to join. I just went ahead and started. But I know a lot of people are going to watch the replay. And what I've noticed is the majority of you guys do end up watching the replay instead of joining live. So I thought I'd go ahead and start. But anyways, so yeah, as you can see, this is the fair. I'm on top of the parking structure in Manassas, Virginia. So we'll go ahead and start walking down. But I did here, actually, let me also show you this way so you can see. So yeah, it looks like they've got some food vendors. Great Harvest Bread Company is a local vendor. Oh, funnel cake, that looks yummy. You got a little fair over there. And yeah, so let's go ahead and check it out. Now, flip the camera here. The wind is kind of crazy. So here's the situation. I said earlier I wasn't going to live stream this show, but I decided to live stream it anyways. I'm going to see how long I can actually get away with live streaming it. Now let me get a tab photo really quick. I do this. That way I can have it for my YouTube later when I do the upload. I sometimes forget to leave without a good tab photo. I took a few before I started recording, but sometimes it's hard to get a good tab photo. So here's the situation. I wasn't going to live stream because I had so many issues. Oh, they have an elevator. I didn't know that. I had so many issues with my live stream in the past, overheating. Hi, everybody. For those joining, hi. I had such an issue in the past with my live streams overheating, like in Alexandria. So, it would help if I pressed the button. So I wasn't going to live stream this, but I decided to go ahead and just do it anyways. And what I'll do is I'll live stream as long as I can. And if I'm not able to, if it ends up overheating, then I'll just take a regular video. So that's how we'll do it. And then I'll upload later. I'm not really sure what you're trying to say, actually, in the chat. I can't really understand that. It seems like someone might be having some issues typing. As you can see, my glasses match my outfit. I know there's a few people that are just now joining. Let me just show my outfit one more time. Outfit of the day. So we have the orange vibe going here. I have the orange eyeshadow as well. And then got the tiger lilies. And then, of course, an orange dress to match. So that's what I got going on. I got these gold sandals. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's hard for me to see the screen because it's so bright outside. But yeah, so that's the outfit of the day. All right, so let's go ahead and check this out. I've never been to this before. So I know I grew up in Manassas, so there's so many people here. It's hard to find parking. Well, I grew up in Manassas, actually, many years ago. I don't live there anymore, but, I come here to visit my parents and family sometimes. And it's a nice place. People like to bitch and moan about it, but it's not a bad place. It's really expanding a lot. So it's becoming what I feel is a new Fairfax. Let me go and flip the camera so you guys can see it. Gosh, I can't even see the camera because it's so bright. So yeah, we got some vendors here. Sterling Sips, it looks like it's some. So this is Echoes. That's the Manassas Museum store. So they've got some. It looks like some honey tea and some honey things there. Then probably from local bees or something like that. Again, I'm going to stream as long as I can. And then if it overheats, it overheats. And then I'll just, oh, these are cute little cats. If it overheats, guys, I'm going to just record a regular video, and then I'll paste them together like I did last time in Alexandria, and then that's what I'll do, and just make a regular video. So here we have Ashton Avenue. It's a food truck. And then we got some more ice cream. So this looks like a bunch of local vendors here. I'm just going to go through here real quick. We won't spend a lot of time. We got a little Pikachu. So cute. People like these little knit things. That's adorable. It reminds me of Over the Garden Wall, if anyone has seen that. And you got some, almost looks like they're trying to emulate wisteria. Let me zoom out so you guys can see better. But all these little knit things. It's very popular. Looks like we have a church, Calvary Chapel of Manassas. I actually don't even know where that is. And I grew up here. I don't even know where that is. But they have a church and they're evangelizing. So I'm already Christian. So yeah, but I hope they reach some people. I really hope so. So this is Great Harvest Bread Company. This is a local Manassas business. I believe I was here when I was living here many years ago. So they've got granola breads, as you can see. So I think they may have a location down near Sudley Manor, but I don't know if they closed it yet or not. This is pretty cool. This is, so it says this is a tree service. So they cut down trees. So they must have made this display for the train show. So it's a train made out of trees and lumber. That's pretty creative. That's pretty nice. All right, so we got some fried food. I don't know what that is, but that looks really good. I got some beef, so I'm gonna get away. But yeah, lots of, oh my gosh. I don't know what that is either, guys. But that looks good.
Loaded. Like a blooming onion, the regular here.
Oh, that's blooming.
With steak, lamb, or chicken.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay. So yeah, if you guys want this food and you're local, come out here. I get this is, what is this place called? There's just so much here. I don't know. It's even has a name, but yeah, lots of cool food trucks. They got some sausages. It smells really delicious. I'm not going to have any because I'm streaming, but if you guys want to come out, funnel cake is a classic. We all love funnel cake. You can't go wrong with that. But yeah, so that's what is going on. So here we have, these are just some local vendors. So we have, this is Venezuelan, I guess it's empanadas. Empanadas is a type of, it's like a type of it's like a pastry, and they have meats and stuff inside. So as you can see, it has chicken, and then they have beef and all kinds of flavors. So really delicious. Then you have a wellness, your chiropractic, just stuff like that. I'm not going to spend a lot of time because I don't think a lot of you guys are really going to care about that. This is Krav Maga. I think it's a type of fighting. Israeli, I think, type of fighting, if I understand correctly. So yeah. And then this looks like some wellness stuff. We got some oils here. Hi, how are you? Good. So we have here, it looks like alpaca. These little alpaca fur things. You got these little figurines. These are really cute. Maybe those are handmade. I'm not sure. Looks like they have some embroidered jackets, and there's some hot sauce and more food. So yeah, just a lot of local vendors here. I actually didn't expect to see this. I expected to see more about, I guess, the trains, but I guess we'll get to that. I'm just kind of walking around. These cookies are very tempting. Those look really good, guys. What is this called? It's called Gilded Lily Bake Shop. Check it out, man. Check it out. All right, let's keep walking. This is just a lot of people trying to sell. So then here we have more of the public services section, I guess. So this is about historic Manassas here. Manassas has a historic district, and they also have other districts as well. So it looks like people here are buying tickets for the train and the show. There's an option to go on a train ride to Clifton, and that's probably what all these people are in line to do. So you got some characters dressed up. That's, I think, Belle from Beauty and the Beast, and that's another, I think it's like Encanto or something for the kids to watch. They like that kind of stuff, the Pixar stuff. Prince William Sheriff, I'm not going to stop by all of these, but you got the police department here as well. This is the Manassas Police Department. I know a guy used to work for them, so we are grateful for the Manassas Police, all they do, keeping crime away and enforcing the law. So we have Kerbobble Toys. This is a local toy shop. So if I had kids, I would definitely come out and buy some stuff here. But guys, this is a local toy shop. They have a shop down the street. So they got a lot of trains here because it's a train day. So you got Thomas the Train. And then they got these really cool wood. Oh, is it vintage?
Yeah, these are like stuff. These are stuff that they sold when I was a kid.
Oh wow.
20 years ago.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, so guys, apparently this is vintage. Oh yeah, I can tell that one is. Yeah, very cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't see someone was right behind me. So yeah, looks like they carry some used toys as well as some new ones. They also have some more over here. These are old cars. So we saw the car show this morning at Great Falls. So there's some toy cars. All right, so here we have Patient First. You know, these are just businesses, right? Ground Central Station is a coffee shop. I hope you guys can hear me. A coffee shop down the road. So here we have some people that look like maybe they're getting ready to do some kind of traditional dances. They say their vest says the bull run cloggers. So it might be some kind of particular Dutch dance. I know clog shoes are popular with the Dutch community. So maybe it's a type of Dutch dancing. Okay, so this is a little carnival. It looks like rides are like $5. That's kind of nice for the kids if you have kids. This looks like a very good kid event, you know? So let me tell you guys, so depending on how intensive this fair is, I'm thinking about going around and showing some of the history of Manassas while I'm here, because why not? Looks like they have some rides here, you know? You guys get the vibe. You know, we ain't going on no rides, but we show that for y'all. So, okay, let me put the camera. I can barely see anything on my phone because it's so bright. So, let me just put my glasses so you can see it. So these people are in line for the train. As I said, the train goes to Clifton. Clifton is another historical area in Northern Virginia. If you look up the legend of the Bunny Man, oh, take a look at this. Somebody's doing a little train ride here too. So, there you go. So, if you go look up the Bunny Man, that's something Clifton is known for. And I won't say it here because there's kids around right now, but maybe later when I get away from all these kids, because it's a little violent, the story. It's not appropriate to be saying right now. But when I get away from all these people, yeah, I'll share with you guys a little bit more about Clifton. Now, this is these are train tracks. And I used to stand out here. I used to live in Manassas. It was a very short time I lived in Manassas while I was working in D.C. Very, very short. It was right after college, because I'd grown up here. But I got an apartment. I moved closer into the district where I was working. But you are able to commute into D.C. via the VRE. And the VRE goes on this rail line. I believe it is subsidized by the government. But I would stand on this platform every day at 6 a.m. This is back years ago, and would commute into Washington. You're supposed to stand behind this yellow line. And then, yeah, the VRE train's very clean. It's very nice. So that's what all these people are waiting for. They're going to ride it for fun. I'm not going to ride it because I've ridden it so many times before, obviously, because I took it to work every day. So let me flip the camera. So this is the train station. This was restored. Originally this is originally called Manassas Junction, and Manassas is really formed around in the let's say late 1800s. It was an area, and I'll show you the rail line too, where two rail lines converged between that connected Northern Virginia to DC, and I believe it was like the Shenandoah area out here. And so these converged at what they call a junction, where there's two railroads basically meeting. And so there were a few, all of this is newer to that time. This is not from the 1800s. And the reason for that was there was a fire. I think there may be some original buildings, but most of them are not here from the 1800s because there was a very severe fire. I think it was called the Great Fire or something of, I think it was like 1904 or something like that. And what happened was they required everyone to build concrete, stone, or brick buildings after that happened because it was, I guess, wood, lumber that they built the buildings out of at that time. So when the fire happened, all those buildings burned down, and we'll take a look. I'll try to go down the street, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you inside the station to show you as well, because I also want my phone to cool down, because we don't want to have that overheating bullshit that happened in Alexandria. So, I guess you have to go on the other side. So essentially this has been repainted and restored because the old train station that was here, I'm trying to remember what happened to it, but I know that they had to rebuild another one. There was one that was put here, I believe in, obviously the 1800s, then they built a new one in 1904. I believe it was 1904. This is off the top of my head in my memory, so pardon me if I'm wrong. But they ended up restoring this building, and then they painted over it. And this was in the 1990s. They finished this in 1997, I believe, or 8. I think it was 1997 that they finished restoring this building. And so they maintained the integrity of the original paint and the original design. But this was originally, I think, 1904. So there was a building before this, if that makes sense. Here we have a little free library. You can bring books here. It looks like some people have, women of a promiscuous nature and chicken soup for the preteen soul. That was a big thing. Chicken soup for the soul was a big thing when I was younger. They have a library return here, and this is where I mailed letters. So what you do is you just pull this down, and then you put your letter in, and then you mail it. This is an original mailbox. I think it's from the 40s or something. It may even be older than that. But this is a very old mailbox, as you can see. So I used to use that historic mailbox on my way to work. I would mail letters to my elderly grandmother, and I would put letters in that mailbox. So as we move forward, I want to show you the inside, and I'm hoping, oh shoot, this is closed. The restrooms are closed. Well, okay, they don't want people using the bathroom in there. I think that's why. But I was going to go in there to show you guys what it looked like. And I was going to, because it's historic. And I was also going to try to cool my phone down a bit. But that's what it looks like. I don't know if you can really see inside. But yeah, so let me flip the camera here. So that's kind of the train station situation. Is that open?
Yeah, do you need the train station's open if you have ticketing questions, but it's also the visitor center. So
I just wanted to cool my phone off, that's all.
Yeah,
so yeah. Okay, cool. So it is open. It looks like it's just this area that's open. It's not the restroom area, but it's the other area, I guess, that's open. So let me flip the camera so you guys can see this, and I'm hoping this will also help in cooling my phone down. So as you can see here, they have some different photos of different things that they have done in Manassas here. So you can see here that they have just some photography that they've taken. Santa does come on the train. I think it's like every year that he comes on the train. So they call it like Santa train or something like that. You have some Virginia stuff here as well. This is actually, so again, this is part of the, I think it was 1997 restoration. Now I actually did not know they had this in here. I was going to tell you guys about this. This is Stephen Stills and Chris Hillman. They put together, and I guess there's some other names here too. They put together an album in 1972. And this is original Manassas station. Of course, this is before the 1997 restoration. But I actually, and as you can see, I was right here. They have the 1972 right there, if you can see that, 1972. Atlantic Records, it looks like. So I listened to that for you. Actually, I've never been in here before. I'm so dead serious with you guys. I have never been in here before. I've lived here when I grew up here. I've never seen this. So yeah, that door was always closed, and I guess I just never came in here, but we're gonna see this together. So, but I did, okay, let me see, I'll talk about the album in a bit. Stay on if you want to hear about the album. I'll talk about that in a bit. But here we have a history. So it looks like it's saying the Manassas Gap. These were the lines I was telling you guys about. The Orange and the Alexandria Railroad. So the Orange, I think, was the western one, and the Alexandria, I think that one went to DC. And so obviously these two lines, they put the area on the map, and they gave this the name Manassas Junction because those two rail lines were joining at that area. So they talk about how the train came to town. It said that Manassas didn't exist when the Orange and Alexandria Railroad, O&A. Remember how we went to Herndon and it was the O&D? Well, this was the O&A for Orange and Alexandria. So not Old Dominion like the other one was. This is Orange and Alexandria. But they completed this rail line here in 1850. So like I was saying, it's kind of the later portion of the 1800s. So it was not, and I remember this too, it's not known as Manassas, it was known as Tudor Hall. So this area, less than 300 people lived there. They basically lived on, farms and things like that. So there was a lot of that going on in this area. And so they said here, like all other railroads constructed pre-Civil War South, they were built using labor of enslaved persons at that time. So most of the labor was hired or rented from local owners at that time, owners of, I guess, those slaves at that time. They had skilled enslaved workers, such as blacksmiths and construction crews, alongside women and children who were forced to move dirt and stones and cook for other workers. That's an interesting thing there. I didn't know that the women were participating in that way. So here we have a wheel set from the Civil War period, and this is on the platform. So what I'll do is I'll zoom out and I'll talk about this. I've never seen this before, but all of the metal from this time always has this weird texturing going on. I don't know whether that's just they hammered it or whether it's rust degradation, I'm not sure. But here's the platform, and it says, wheel set from a Civil War period freight car in 1861 through 1865. This wheel set pulled from the Bull Run River in 1981 was found in the location where this photo was taken. Note the largest set of wheels seen in the lower right of the image. Oh, wait. They said the image. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. Maybe they're talking about this. JK, maybe they're talking about this. But could they be these wheels discovered? Oh, no, that's correct. So they're saying, could these be the wheels in this picture? Because see how they have those wheels right there? I think they're saying, could these be what that was in that picture? Because they're saying that they found this underground, this thing on the platform. They said they found that underground hidden after 120 years. So this was from 1861 to 1865. I guess they don't know the exact year of that. Oh, and here's the train. There you go. We'll show that later. We'll see a lot of them going past, I'm sure. And it's my hope that my phone won't overheat. But that's the train I would take to work every morning. It's actually very clean. It's very nice. The Metro is not. Metro's filthy and disgusting. So this one's a lot better. If you live in the area, you'll know how bad it is. So this looks like, you got stop on red signal. So it looks like that was a train signal at that time. A lantern, things like that. You're signaling the bells. That was probably for the trains, people workers there. I'm not going to go through everything, but this is a clay roof tile. So this came from the depot that was built on this site in 1914. At some point in the mid-20th century, these were removed and the asphalt roof was installed. And when the depot was renovated in 1997, I was right, 1997, the city went back to the original look and installed new clay tiles like the one on the left. So I guess that was the new one, or this is the new one and this is the old one. So that's what that would have looked like. Hi, everyone joining. I need to wave to some people. I see you guys joining. Thank you for joining. So yeah, these are just examples of the roof tiles. And then here we have, this is a conductor hat, so Southern conductor. It's actually in pretty good shape. So this says that it was a uniform button and whistle, as you can see here. And this was a conductor cap from 1940 to 1950. So that's what this is, all these sets. And then this is just a freight bill. The Southern Railway shipped all manner of products from building materials to food to Model T Fords, which we saw this morning at the car show. Look up Katie's Car Show 6/6 for June 6th. I'm going to post that on YouTube later if you're watching this on the replay. That was, those were shipped on the trains at that time. And I guess I never really thought about that, but I guess that's what they were doing. And they said that this was also for coffee and sugar and candy. And they had a candy factory here too. I'll show that in a minute, so you'll be able to see what that looks like. So yeah, I'm going to go quickly. I don't know if everyone's really interested in all of this. You can screenshot if you really want to read all this. This is just a section of a bullhead rail if you're interested in these very specific things. This is a telegraph key. Hold up. One of these. I'm not sure what this is. But this is a telegraph key mid-20th century used at the Manassas Depot by Herbert Wetherall, a telegraph operator for the Southern Railway. So maybe it was, I'm not sure what Maybe that almost looks like something you would put tickets in, so I'm not sure if that's what that was. Hello, thank you for joining, I appreciate you. And then we have some glasses, and then we've got, looks like a baggage tag, so that was what, you put tags on your luggage to say like who you are, that's what that would have been. And, this is just a tool, it's like a hammer, and for the Southern Railway, so they have the logo hammered on there. Let's see, railroad spike from the 1940s, that's what this is. We saw those in Herndon as well. And then this is a switch lock, and we saw that in Herndon for the WO&D, so it's very similar. This almost looks like an artist palette. I know it's obviously not. This is a signal, I think, for the different colors. I'm not, let's actually see, it does say, semaphore, mid-20th century. This common railroad signal used an adjustable arm to send signals to approaching trains. The positioning of the blades meant different things. The problem of night visibility was solved by casting lenses in red, yellow, and green, which were then moved in front of a signal white light to send a message. Hi, thank you for joining. A lever located inside the depot was used to move semaphore into this position. Today, all signaling of trains is done electronically. So yeah, this was a signal, and I guess you would pull these up to do the signals. And then this is maybe, oh wait, sorry guys, that's something else. I think this is actually part of the building. That's part of the building, so I'm not sure what that is. Maybe that's to open the windows? I'm not sure what that is. So that was the signal that I just read to you. This looks like, it's almost like a writing desk or something. It says it's a desk. Oh yes, it's a desk. And it was used by the track supervisor for Southern Railway. I don't know if we're allowed to open it. I guess we are. That's how you open it. So you would put things in there. I wish more desks had something like that today. It says, no job is so important, no service is so urgent that we cannot take the time to perform our work safely. Norfolk Southern. This is a traffic signal control box from the 20th century. So that's what that is, and it goes all the way up there. So maybe it does relate to this, I'm not sure. But yeah, so this is a really cool thing. I did not know this was in here, I really didn't. This is my first time seeing this. It says this is a Southern train, sits on, here, you guys can see that. Okay, a Southern train sits on the track in Manassas in 1947. Note the water hydrant used to fill the steam engines on the right side of the train. Oh, that's cool, okay. The tall pole on the left side was used to transfer mail to nonstop trains passing through. The engineer simply leaned out of the window and grabbed the mail sack hanging from the pole. So that was that. This is looks like a very classic, nice 1940s car. So, and then as you can see, it says steam locomotive bell. That's what we were looking at, so I'll show that while I read this to you. So that's a steam locomotive bell from 1906. The number on the bell is 6033 and tells us that it was made by Baldwin Locomotive Works for the Pennsylvania Railroad. The bell was associated with the PRR locomotive 799 for nearly a decade before it was transferred to the West Jersey Railroad, where it remained in service through 1933. How it came to be in Manassas is unclear, but bells like this example were seen and heard on steam locomotives that passed through here during the first half of the 20th century. So that's that, guys. I do think there's another room over here. Can we go in that room or no? Is that open to the public? Okay, I didn't want to miss part of the museum. Thank you, appreciate that. So these are little pamphlets if you guys want to come out here, and this is the Kerbobbled toys I was showing you guys before. It's a really cool place. If I had kids, I would definitely take them there, support local thing. It's good to buy high quality stuff. So here we have this area. It smells pretty like bleach in here. I don't think we're supposed to be in here, but let me just show this for 2 seconds. This is a model of the train station. And in here, I'm not going to go in there and show it, but that's the ladies' room. And so they would have this little waiting room. And this would be open. When I was commuting into D.C., this would be open. So this, you could wait out here on the platform. That's the train I would take. And it's very clean. Again, it's very clean. It's a very nice train. The conductors are pretty nice, too. What you do is you buy a ticket in advance. You have to show them your ticket, and they go around and check. I thought it was a good experience. I mean, it sucks to have to commute into D.C., but this is this would be open, so you could use the restroom if you needed to and go in the waiting room at that time. So I don't know if they still have it. Again, I haven't taken that train in so many years, but that's what it was like. So thank you, I appreciate it. I'm on a live stream, so yeah. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. So yeah, that's what it was, and
No, sir, just some porta potties at the street.
all right, so we'll go back out and we'll. Okay, so as you can see, the line is really building up. Guys, I'm going to be very honest with you on this live stream. I do not understand. Oh gosh, I'm walking into the platform where they're dancing. Oh my gosh. Sorry guys, I didn't realize I was doing that. So as you can see, they're filming this. Let's take a look. All right, guys, so you get a general idea of what that is. I guess it's some kind of country dancing. I'm going to go around because I don't want to be disrespectful and literally walk in front of people dancing and people who are trying to record. So let me flip the camera. But yeah, I'm just walking around the train station. So that was fun. I'm not sure what kind of dance that is. I thought it was a Dutch dance because they said clogs, but I guess they have clogs in the US too, like some kind of country dancing. Oh, I just realized I'm not going to be able to, I'm not going to be able to cross the tracks. But yeah, you know what, guys? I wonder if I could just like show you guys the inside of the train since I'm sitting here. Oh, excuse me. There's a Star Wars person. I won't be able to show it. You have to buy a ticket to go on. But I'll try to angle it so you guys can see maybe that. Oh, wait, let me not angle it on this lady because that's kind of weird. But here, you guys can see inside maybe. That's kind of what it looks like. So they've got nice seats in there. It's pretty comfy. It's a lot more clean than the Metro is. Metro is just trash. I'm a very big fan of this train line and not Metro. So we got Star Wars people. Hello, how are you? I don't know anything about Star Wars. I've seen Spaceballs, but I haven't seen Star Wars. I'm on a live stream, by the way. So, yeah. All right, so these are Star Wars characters. Hello. I'm not sure what they are exactly, but maybe they came on this train. Who knows? Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you guys. All right, so these are the conductors. This is a very special thing. These don't normally run on weekends as far as I know. So this is a special thing that they're doing for today. As you can see, those are the people up there getting on. They've paid for train tickets, and this is going to go today from Clifton and back, just to give these people a taste of what it's like to be on here. I'm going to be very dead honest with you guys. Let me flip the camera. I'll be very dead honest with you guys. I don't understand why on earth anybody would want to ride this if they're not riding to work, because I've ridden it to work so many times. It's like, it doesn't do nothing for me, but they want to ride it. They want to see what it's like. So, but hey, you know, there may be people that are from out of town that are visiting, so they get the experience. Maybe that's going to do something special. I don't know. As far as I understand, it's just going to be going back to Clifton and back, but maybe they're doing something special. I don't know. So as you can see here, let me flip the camera. This is some kind of sculpture here. This is a conductor. And so, yeah, basically, this town was not only put on, I'll talk a little bit since I'm just standing here. I can't cross because this train is in the way. It's blocking the railroad crossing. It might be a while before I can cross, so I guess I'll just kind of talk here for a little bit. This town was put on the map not only by oh gosh, I had a brain fart for a second, by the railroad. It was not just put on the map by Manassas Junction, but it was also put on the map because of the Civil War. So I don't know how much you guys are into the Civil War, but there were a few battles here. One of the, I think it was the first like land battle or something that involved transporting, here, let me flip the camera so you guys aren't just staring at a train and people walking by. It was one of the first battles, if not the first, that used train to transport military soldiers / personnel on a rail line. And that was the first Battle of Manassas, I believe. So they had used this rail line here to transport Confederate troops to Manassas. And so again, this was one of the, I think it was the first battle, at least I guess in the States or something, that used rail to transport military soldiers. So the Battle of Manassas did not happen here. It happened a little further west of here, I believe, and it happened at Manassas Battlefield. So that's a place that a lot of people go. They do reenactments. A lot of people like to go visit the Manassas Battlefield. It's a historic site, and I've been there like once. I mean, there's like, I didn't really remember it because I was so young, but there's basically, it's just a field, guys. It's just a field. But they got some historic fences and stuff, so yeah, it's cool. Check out if you like Civil War. But there were two battles. There's a first Battle of Manassas, second Battle of Manassas. And, basically, I don't really, people are explaining to me, I always forget exactly what happened. But it was something like, the Confederate troops like pushed the Union troops to a certain area. They fought, they retreated. I think the Union troops retreated in the first battle or second Battle of Manassas. They retreated, and so the Confederates, I think they did win that battle. So, but yeah, so that's just a little history. So that did kind of put Manassas on the map too, because there was just a settlement here because the Liberia House down the road. Now this is about a mile, I think. I think it's a little over a mile away from where we're standing right now. There's a place called the Liberia House. The Liberia House is off Mathis Avenue, if you know Manassas. And so the Liberia House was what they, I think, used as a headquarters, I believe, fact check me, for the troops for the Civil War. So Abraham Lincoln came out here and visited, obviously discussed war and what was going on. There was also Andrew Jackson or what's the guy's name? Shoot, the other guy, the Confederate guy, I forget his name. Sorry guys, I don't remember his name. It wasn't Andrew Jackson, it was that other guy. Anyways, look it up. But they came out here and guys, this is wild. Look at this. That's a lot of baby stores. And I heard baby stores are really expensive. So I guess this is a very safe area. No one's going to steal it. So here's a little pamphlet here, a little board here that talks a little bit about Manassas as well. They talk about how the railroad brought destruction to Manassas, yet became a catalyst for its recovery. I'm not going to even read the rest, and I can tell you right now, you know why that is. It's that great fire I was telling you about with those buildings over there. The fire was allegedly, they don't know how it started, but allegedly the fire started from an ember that came off one of these trains, not VRE, but that wasn't around, but like one of those probably steam engines or something like that. And sorry, I hope you guys can hear me. Let me move on. There's dancing over there. It's really loud. But so the understanding is that there was a little ember that came off one of the trains, and then it landed on one of the buildings over there. Of course, they're all wood at that time. And then next thing you know, everything's burning down. So they had to rebuild. So, and I believe that fire was in 1904 and 1905. They rebuilt, and that's why this is 1914, something like that. So yeah, I'm still waiting for this train to move, guys. I feel really bad because I'm on a live stream, but I guess we can go back and either watch dancing or look at that pamphlet. It's taking them a really long time. Like, I'll tell you one thing, in the morning, they don't wait for you. That's way too long. They're going to be like, you guys need to move it. Come on. We don't have time. It would not be here like this. This is forever. It would not be like this It would stop for 2 seconds. You get your butt on there and they're on their way. Ain't nobody waiting for you. But this is a fun thing. You know, they got kids and old people. So here's the dancers again. We'll go around. I don't want to get in front of a lot of people's videos because I know that they want to get a recording and I already got one. This is just a live stream. So, oh, you guys are, oh, you're not even in it. You're totally fine. You don't even have to move. I was just showing it. I'm waiting for that train to move so that I can.
Yeah. I know. I was trying not to get in your way earlier when I walked by.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. No. I appreciate that.
Somebody's permanent video.
Oh, well, this is going to be permanent. I'm going to upload it to YouTube anyways, but it's probably so pixelated nobody can even see anybody anyways. So, the live stream isn't good quality. It's not. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the dancers, guys. So, yeehaw, it must be some kind of country thing. All right, so what I'm going to do, oh, the doors are closed, so it looks like the train's about to move. So then we can go across the tracks. So let's go in the shade. And we can see here someone is recording, and they're likely recording probably for some promotional materials or something. Okay, so we'll wait for this to move, and then we'll go across. So you can see all these people are on. It's double decker. I forgot to mention that. So, yeah, again, this is a subsidized, from my understanding, a subsidized commuter train. So yeah, here it goes. It's moving. That's what it looks like. And the train does have a horn. I didn't hear the train horn going off. I don't know if they're just not doing it today because this is a weekend thing or what. But it does have a horn, and I would hear it every day. You hear not only this, but Norfolk Southern shares these rails. There you go. Norfolk Southern shares the rails as well. So you would hear those trains, and then you would also hear the VRE. And the VRE definitely has there's the candy, what I call the candy canes. That's why I call it candy canes. They look like peppermint sticks. Take a look. I'll show you guys. These little peppermint sticks, they go down. It's called a railroad gate or something like that. Look at all these people going across. They were waiting. It's called a railroad gate or something like that. But I like calling them the peppermint sticks. It looks like something from Candyland. So that's the railroad. And then the VRE, it has a very unique horn. I mean, you know it when you hear it, in my opinion. I lived in Arlington for a while, and they had so many trains that went by because they shared the line with Fredericksburg. And now this line conjoins with that line that goes down the 95 kind of corridor, and they shared it again with CSX. And CSX, I think they own these, and this is more Norfolk Southern, right, this rail line. The other one's more like CSX. So that's kind of, these are some models, as you can see here. Hi, Justin, how are you? You're so nice to join twice in one day. That's so nice of you. I was live again this morning, too, at Katie's car show. So, yeah, here we have a train station. They set up this little thing. You know, it reminds me of the one in Wegmans. If you guys are local to the Mid-Atlantic region, there's a grocery store called Wegmans. Let's take a look. I'm trying not to, yeah. Whee! So, yeah, I guess people really like watching these little trains go by. That's cute. But yeah, Wegmans has those. They have a little train, and it's a little Wegmans train. Let's take a look. I wonder if you can go inside here. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's take a look. So this is always here. Railroad history is a big thing here. So, yeah, I don't know if you can actually ever go in here. Maybe, I guess you can because there's a lock on it. But yeah, this is just a little model train. And they have these a lot of places. My grandmother lived in a place called Victoria, Virginia. And let me zoom out so you can see this. Victoria, Virginia has a rail line that goes to Crewe, Virginia, where I believe there's like a big interchange there, in Richmond, all that kind of stuff, right? We're talking Central Virginia. Let's take a look at these, but they have that as well. They have one of those little red ones, and here's the Southern Rail Line. So yeah, so here we have, they say do not touch the trains, but here is a little model, and you can see they've got some really cool cars, similar to what we saw this morning at Katie's car show. And here's the train. Here it comes. Take a look. So these are little model trains, and they're just so tiny. This is my hand, and then that's the train. That's to give you a size, I'm not touching it because they said don't touch, but to give you a size comparison, that's what it would look like. I can also show you, I have a pack of tissues. That's what it would look like. That's about the size, okay? So we got all these little trains. So we got all these people that really like these trains. They're looking at these. I like how they have the autumnal trees and everything. I think that's really nice. Here we have a very big interchange. This is kind of what I was talking about. I believe it's in like Richmond or Crewe or something. They would have these. Like this big interchange where it makes. You know what I just realized? I didn't ask anyone if my mic's working, so I really hope it is, because that would be really bad if I was talking this long and my mic wasn't working. So if anybody's on here and is able to confirm, let me know. But I'll ask again in a few minutes too. But yeah, so we got some more cars. So here we see the cars are going onto these Amtrak trains. Now Amtrak is another type of train that's a passenger train. You could take that home from DC to here. The problem is it was like extra money, and ain't nobody got money for that when you can just take VRE. But the problem is if you waited too long, the VRE stops running. You know, it's a whole nightmare. Sometimes it's just easier to take the Amtrak because of the time it comes. You can get home sooner. If you're coming out to Manassas, of course. So anyways, looks like these cars are going onto these Amtrak carriers. So they're going to be carried. I guess I never really thought about this before. But yeah, I guess cars are carried on trains to then sell. I guess I haven't really thought about that before. Hello, thank you for joining. I'm at a train show in Manassas, Virginia. So here's another model. Here we see a vintage McDonald's. Hey, by the way, whoever just joined, can you confirm my mic is working? Can you hear me? And also, this is a McDonald's. So, yeah, it looks like it's a vintage McDonald's, yet it does say McCafe, which is a recent development, so I'm not sure what they're trying to do there. So we see palm trees. I guess this is showing that it's going from here to a different area here. So then we have this area, and it's, I wonder, oh, Allentown. Okay, Allentown is an area in Pennsylvania, I believe. Please confirm and back check me on that. I believe Allentown is in Pennsylvania. So this is a real life, like it's going from real towns. So they have a Sunkist factory, I guess, there. I don't know. Canada Dry, you know, these different things here. So maybe Allentown has Dole and it has Sunkist. I don't know if it does or not. So I do want to reiterate for people who are, here's some more trains. I want to reiterate for people who are on the live that if my phone overheats, I'm going to, yeah, you can hear me? Can you hear me on my mic? Thank you for confirming. I think that's a yes, but I just want to confirm. This is a depressing situation right here. I'm not sure where that is, but that's sad. I wish they had some explanations. Now look, there's a very big bridge. And I love how they have all this detail. You can literally see the waterfall and go underground here. So what is this, sir? What is this? I'm on a live stream. Are you okay with being on a live stream? Okay, so let me flip the camera. So let me take the mic here. Do you want to, oh my gosh, I dropped my mic in my bag. Come on. Okay. Do you want to explain to us where this is?
So this is completely fictional.
Oh, it is. I saw Allentown over there, so I thought it was Pennsylvania.
So this club is every 4 feet is a different module owned by a different person.
Oh, okay.
And so in some cases we have Allentown over here because someone decided that. This bridge is a fictional bridge. We wanted to gorge, did that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
The corners are generic. I forget if one of them might be a movie scene. We have the Morton Station at the other end.
Okay.
Train station down there, that yard that you see over there, that is the Morton Auto Train Station, compressed to fit in 12 feet.
Oh, with the cars getting loaded on it?
Yep.
Oh, okay, that was Lorton. The one with the cars, guys, is Lorton. Okay, I was telling them, I'm on the live, so I was telling them about that earlier. And you can see the train here. This is really incredible. I love how you went, you did like the below ground. This is yours, right? Is this yours?
No, I don't have a module here today.
Oh, okay. Well, this is incredible. Okay, so it's not yours, but you were just explaining it. So we appreciate you. Thank you for explaining.
No worries.
Thank you. So he was explaining, I don't know if you guys could hear all that, but he was explaining that these are fictional, some of them are real. They have the Lorton station with the cars that were being loaded on. So some of them are fictional, some of them are real. These are each, see how it's kind of a module? Each of them are owned by different people. So let's flip the camera. They're owned by different people. So, you know, very cool, very passionate hobbyist here. I'm going to go quickly. I know people are trying to look, so I'm going to try to quickly go here and just show. Here we have some gasoline. So Mobil is an American gas vendor, for those that don't know that. And then this is just a field, and then this is what I would see. We would cross some kind of bridge going to see my grandma. I think I would see something like this in either Richmond or Crew. Do they have something like this in Crew? Do you know?
I'm sorry, miss?
Do they have something like this interchange in Crew, Virginia?
I couldn't tell you offhand, miss.
Okay.
Are you familiar with that at all?
Yeah, they've got one of these in Richmond and in Baltimore.
Oh, I'm thinking Richmond. Okay, thank you. So I'm thinking Richmond, yeah. So this is a rinker yard. That's what it's called. It's a yard. It's a rail yard is what they would call that, I guess. So yeah, we would cross over the bridge in Richmond to see my grandma, and I would see that a lot, like this like rail yard. That's what I would see. So that's what that is, guys. We got the classic Pizza Hut from the 80s. You remember that? Or the 90s too. You guys remember that? The red cups. So I hear that they're bringing that back. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's take a look at the other side here. We've got, I hope my phone doesn't overheat. Hello, thank you for joining. So yeah, we got, here's another one. Now these are kind of bigger trains, as you can see. I like the blue, but yeah, and look how it moves. It's really realistic. Now this is Ringling Brothers in Barnum and Bailey, and that was a circus, so you can see animals. Look at the animals. I don't know if you guys can see that. They've got zebras, it looks like, and tigers and gorillas. My least favorite animal. I don't like gorillas. They're ugly and mean. But yeah, that's that. That's pretty cool. And then they got coal. So I think they used to shovel like coal in the trains to make them kind of work. Whoops. I got hit by that little plexiglass thing. And then, so yeah, that's, I'm just going to quickly show this, guys. Here we got another train coming. So that's what that is. Looks like it's a steam engine of some kind. We'll show that. And it's got some lumber on it. So these models are serving to provide a little insight on what the trains would be shipping. This is a Thomas the train from, gosh, was it 80s or something? I don't know. I'm not into the train thing. That's a little boy's thing. I didn't have any brothers or anything. It was just me, and I have one sister. So these are some people. They're just waiting for their train. We got some cool forestry, some Land Rovers here. So maybe this is supposed to be Australia. I don't know. Australia has a land of... Oh, look at this, guys. It's cute. It's a little drive-in theater. That's so cute. And drive-in theaters are very 1950s, very vintage. You see the cars with the fins a lot like some of the ones we saw this morning at Katie's Car Show. If you haven't seen that, take a look at my YouTube channel. Let me get behind the plexiglass. Let's take a look at my YouTube channel. If you haven't seen the Katie's Car Show from this morning, I'm going to try to upload it. And of course, if you're on my Instagram, you can watch the replay of that as well. And we got some more cars here. Oh, look, there's two trains at once. That's the VRE, it looks like. Oh, wait. No, that's Amtrak. Sorry, guys. That's Amtrak. So this is it looks like a hot dog stand. It probably dates 1950s. They got a little turning sign, which is pretty cool. And you know what's interesting about this? It reminds me of the Jimmy Neutron. Oh, look, this is really awesome. Look at the beach, guys. So this is showing the Chesapeake boat. I guess this is supposed to be a rendition of somewhere, maybe Virginia Beach, Chesapeake Bay, something like that. They got a shark down there. These are really creative. So this is, it's really awesome. This is an old lighthouse. They have a lighthouse like this down, I think it's in Virginia Beach, but area, but it's a very old lighthouse. Oh, the mermaid, I love that too. Yeah, do you want to talk about it? Okay. Because there was somebody showing me, they were pointing to the mermaid here. I don't know if you guys saw that, just really close up. Very creative. All these little details. You could sit here and just look at this for a long time. And all these little people on the beach and on the boat. Here's that train again. So it's very creative stuff. And here we have another train. I'm going to go pretty quickly, as I don't want to, I don't want my phone to overheat. I know we have a lot to see. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Say hello. Drop a hi in the chat. Look, we have a cave. That's pretty cool too. All right, so that was that. Let's go to the next one. So we have a whole nother one over here. This must be some kind of, oh wait, I forgot to show this. So this is the Prince William County Model Railroaders. So they have, I guess, a whole club, and this is the trains again. And then look at these beautiful Victorian houses. This reminds me of Occoquan, Virginia. They have some kind of houses that look like this. So that's really pretty and nice. So we have the Fairfax Home and Window Project. So this looks like this might be Fairfax, Virginia, which is about 30 minutes from here, I believe. So yeah, it's really cool. I guess they must, set these kind of models up elsewhere, and then they bring them to show here. So this is very interesting. So here you go. There's another one, the coal. I think that's the same one we saw before. All right, let's keep looking. So here we have another one over here. This is an even bigger train. Take a look. We got Thomas the Train, and he's carrying, cotton balls, gold, coal. Here's a really big one. Look at that. Oh, and carrying some vintage cars. Pretty neat, guys. All right, and so this almost looks like a vintage village. Looks like it's circa 1910. It looks like a Model T or something over there almost. So yeah, so let's keep going around. So yeah, we've got a diner. This set is a little bit bigger. So it's more like, I would say this one is more like more toy-ish. It's more like actual like toys. So we have over here, I'm trying not to get in people's way because they're trying to look. But we have, oh, here comes another one. So we have over there, you can see they have a roller coaster set. And then I'm trying not to get kids in it. Oh, look at this, guys. There's smoke. Do you see the smoke? Let's go around and show it. Wow, that is impressive, guys. That is impressive. I like that. That was pretty cool. Now this looks like that thing we saw over there. All right, so this is the whole town here with the post office and everything. Oh, here's another one. This is pretty fascinating. I've never been to this event before. I mean, I'm just really, I'm impressed with this and the level of effort, I am hoping that my phone doesn't overheat. I'm shocked it hasn't yet because it's pretty hot outside. All right, I'm going to clip my mic back so if there's a little noise, that's what's going on. All right, my mic is clipped back. Going to get a tab photo. I'm going to screenshot. We'll wait for one of these trains to come through here, and then I'll get a tab photo. The problem is, I have to have a tab photo to upload to YouTube. So, that's why I'm trying to do that. Okay, so here we have some more houses. And then we've got, this is more like a toy. Oh, look, Iron Horse Antiques. This is an antique store just down the street from here. It's probably less, I would say it's probably half a mile from here if I were to estimate. And look inside. Oh my gosh, guys, look. Do you see it? It's moving inside. There's something in there. Oh, there's another one. There's another train. But yeah, there's a train inside of there. Do you guys see that? I think it's a train or something. That's pretty impressive. Very detailed. Oh, here's the steam train. Everyone is very fascinated by this one, as they kind of should be. It makes sense. All right, so that's that. All right, let's take a look over here and see this one. I mean, there's so much to see. It's crazy. It's like, there's so much to see. It's like overwhelming. This is a lot. You can spend a long time here. So this is also, look how fast that one's going. That was going pretty fast. This also kind of reminds me of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I think they had a model train on that show. I don't really remember it too well, like whether they had that or not. Maybe that's just like me imagining that, but I'm pretty sure they had like a model train on that too. So this one is a Lego one. As you can see, it's Legos. See that? So they got some Lego helicopters. There's another Lego train here. Let's move around to the other side. So here you can see this is the Lego train. And then we got another one in the back like that. So very impressive. All right, let's go around to the other side, show that. There's a lot of people over at this one. I guess a lot of people like the Legos. You'll have to comment below if you're watching this after the fact. Hi, Joe. And you'll have to comment below and tell me which one you think is the coolest out of all of these different types of trains. The Lego ones, the kind of toy one with the iron antique, the more detailed ones. So yeah, this one's cool. I like how fast they're moving, but I think I like the other one better. So yeah, we'll just go around here quickly and show this in case people are interested. So this is the mail. We got a mail thing. All right. And so then go over here. Some more trains here.
The gap is correct.
It's really hard for me to even show this one, guys, because there's so many people around it. This one's really popular. I guess it's so popular because a lot of kids play with Legos. So, oh, there's the VRE. Someone built a model of the VRE right there. That's pretty cool. So there you go, guys. I'm walking around this way because there are way too many people coughing, and ain't nobody got time for that. So, all right, so here we have, this is another more detailed one. So we got the gasoline, some coal. I'll go through this quickly. We've seen a lot of this, so, I don't know if everyone's going to be super interested in this. We have a LGBTQ train, and with the LGBTQ wrap, it's Avanti West Coast, so I guess that might be a wrap that they actually have in real life. So it's not like just designed for this event. It's like what they have in real life. So this is like I guess some kind of a gravel construction area that they're trying to show here. And then, yeah, some hotel. This is Pure Food Heinz Varieties product. So this is a Heinz factory right there, replica. And so, Point of Rocks. I've never been to Point of Rocks. I guess that's supposed to be there. There's Rockville Building Supply. Maybe that's supposed to be Rockville, Maryland. That's an area in Maryland. It's southern Maryland, so it's close to northern Virginia where we're at right now. So here's another little tunnel that the train would allegedly go through. And then we have, I think we've seen this. Did we see this one? I feel like we saw this one. Oh, we didn't see this one, actually. This is another. Okay, so this is similar to the rail yard. Look how many lines there are. And it always does this thing where it goes like bloop, like that, right? It's because all of these, I guess, are merging. You ever sit in horrible, shitty traffic on 66, it's because they are going down a lane. So that's what's happening. They're going down a lane, and that's why I was showing you guys before, the train signal would likely be like that. So, and this little guy looks like he fell. So we'll put him back up. So yeah, that's how it is, guys. Let's keep going around. So this is a fun little thing. Here's another train. Here it comes. So that's fun. It's really cool. Whoops. Lots of people. Try not to run into people. We'll show this other side very quickly. I don't want to, spend all day on this because I know not everyone is going to be interested in something so hyper-specific. But so we got some more factories. They're just showing. I mean, this is America, right? I mean, or at least the vibe. You got people hanging clothes. I will never freaking understand this unless you don't have a washing machine. Why on earth do you want to hang your clothes outside? There's bugs all over them. unless you're trying to save money, you don't have a dryer or whatever. Like, why would you do that? I don't know. I mean, this is the olden times, as you can see the car here. So, I mean, of course they have to. They don't have a choice. But, you know, people still do that today. They still do that. So here we have some tanks. This is a military area. We've got a farm here. I don't know. Maybe this is lettuce or something. It almost looks like kale. But I would assume if it's Virginia, it would be tobacco. Tobacco is a very popular crop in Virginia. Same thing with peanuts. Peanuts are another really big one in Virginia. So, you know, they have Virginia peanuts. But yeah, tobacco is a big one. My ancestors, they would do tobacco farming. Of course, you have dairy cows. And if you know Annenberg Manor used to have an annual, let me flip the camera because I feel like spin bit. Annenberg Manor used to have a dairy festival. I don't remember exactly the name of it, but it was an annual dairy festival. And they would have pageants. They would have, I guess, like kind of games, rides, things like that. So it was very fun. And that was just down the street from here. Annenberg Manor is about half a mile from here. I don't know. It was a nursing home for a while. And but before that, someone from an area called Prussia owned that mansion. I'll go ahead. Oh, look at this, guys. Oh, you missed it. It was going by. Well, I think you caught the tail end of it. But yeah, somebody from Prussia, which was an area in what is now, well, it was split between Germany, Poland, and I want to say France. Prussia was an area that was originally near Germany, but they is no longer. They split it between, again, Poland, Germany, and France, that land. So it was a region that was in that general area. And that person was from Prussia that built a mansion over here. They named it Annenberg Manor after his wife, Anna, and after Annenberg Castle in Germany, in what is now modern-day Germany, I believe. So if you look that up, you'll see. But that house still stands. The city bought it, and now it serves as a gathering grounds, and a park, I guess you would say. Before that, when it was actually historically Annenberg Manor, you know, a very wealthy landowner owned that, obviously the guy from Prussia, and it was, they had wine on the grounds. They had like a little winery. They had, I believe they had some dairy. They had just, it was a lot of stuff they had. You have to look it up. They have a lot of stuff, huge grounds. And people would come there and they would just enjoy spending time there. It became almost kind of like a communal space. Kind of like what we're standing in now is a pavilion, right? Where people have different events, they get together, they do fun things. Annenberg Manor served as that. You can look that up online. I don't know if I'm going to have time to walk all the way there, but that's what that was. So, yeah, I wanted to take a picture here with the steam train again, because I think when I was taking one before, there was a guy in the background or somebody holding a baby or something. I don't want that in my picture. No offense to them, but, oh, that's the horn. That's the horn, guys. So there you go. It's coming into the station.
Johnny? The actual notebook.
That's an Amtrak. Okay. They don't want me to talk. That is an Amtrak train. That's a passenger train. So I don't think that's part of the event. Amtrak, it goes all around the U.S. It's, again, it's a passenger train. It's not a commuter train like the VRE is. But yeah, that's what that train is. So you would hear that going on all the time if you live in Manassas. So yeah, I'm going to look for that steam one. I want to show that one more time. Oh wait, guys, look at this. It has a light in it. You guys see that? I did catch that on tape. So it was a light. I think this one is about, okay. Who's the winner? Comment below. I think it's the steam. I'm going to say it's the smoke. I mean, that one was like, that was pretty impressive. I'm looking for it. It's not over here. I think it was over here. But yeah, that one to me is like the winner because that was just like so incredible. Where is it? I'm looking for it. So maybe we can look around at other things and come back and I'll just get a photo later. This goes until 3. So yeah, let's take a look around Old Town Manassas and see what we see. So let me, oh, I didn't see that train. That's kind of cool. It's vintage. Okay, let me flip the camera and then we can look a little bit around Old Town Manassas. I'm hoping my phone doesn't overheat. So here we see the Amtrak has stopped. I mean, you probably can't see it from this far away. When I'm crossing, I'll show you guys. But yeah, here, let me flip the camera. You can see it. That's the Amtrak train. So my dad also worked in DC. He worked there for many years. So he would take that train to his work. Not Amtrak, VRE usually, but he would take Amtrak sometimes because, and so would I, but it cost extra. So like we would really try not to do it. But Amtrak would get you places faster. And it had an earlier schedule. I think it was more like it was an earlier schedule. So that's like, you would pay a little bit extra and it was a passenger train. But I honestly think the VRE is like cleaner and nicer. So this is a museum now, and I've never been here because after I moved, they created that. They made that a museum. This is Old Town Manassas. This is the main street. This is Hibbs and Giddings. Hibbs and Giddings was a men's clothing store. The owner of Hibbs and Giddings lived right, I think, oh no, you go down that street, you take a left and take another right, and then that's his house. I know exactly where it is. Maybe if I have time I can show, but he lived down the street from here. And this is a very popular men's clothing store. Now, when I was growing up here, this used to be a bookstore called Prospero's Books. And Prospero's Books, people would come here to take photos. It was a really cool place, honestly. I have seriously never been in here. This must be some kind of military museum. It's called a Freedom Museum now. Now, they have a big initiative where they try to keep everything historically preserved in this town. So, I don't know, let's try to take a look inside and see.
I saw you looking at that chair over there. Did you see where the chair was from?
Oh, I was just showing the window. No, where is it from?
The first Battle of Manassas. The people from Washington, D.C. thought it was going to be just a very short battle and the Union was going to win and that'd be the end of it, right? So they actually came up with picnic lunches and picnic tables and chairs, and they set up on the hillsides to watch the battle, kind of like you would watch a soccer match.
Oh, interesting.
Well, the Confederates ended up winning it, and they chased the Union guys. They chased the Union guys away, right? Well, that chair was...
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to go back around and look at that again. Thank you.
It's very ornate. It's very beautiful.
I know, everything was made well back then. Now everything's just not good anymore. But yeah, that's cool. That's awesome.
Kmart, Walmart mentality, that's all.
Oh, I know. Yeah, this used to be a men's clothing store.
Haberdashery.
Yeah, and the guy lived down the street.
Yep.
On Grand Avenue.
That
yeah.
was a used bookstore.
Yes. When I was a kid, it was a used bookstore. Yep.
You were from this area.
I am. Yeah, I'm from Manassas. Yeah, I'm on a live stream, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, oh no, you're good. No, you're fine. I just wanted you to know that it's recording. So, but yeah, I'm from here, and so like, yeah, when I was growing up, it was Prospero's Books, but yeah, it's a cool place. I'll show them the chair again. So yeah, thank you for that.
Come in, we'll show you the Lone Ranger atomic bomb ring.
I'm sorry, what was that?
The Lone Ranger atomic bomb ring.
Oh, you do own this?
No. I'm just a volunteer here. Like
Oh, you're a volunteer. Oh, you want to show us around? Are you okay with being on this?
Yeah.
Okay, let me flip the camera. Here, let me. Can you show us the chair again? Do you mind showing us the chair? Okay, so hey, we have this guy. He's actually works at the museum. He's a volunteer. So he was telling me something really interesting about this chair. So he's going to tell you guys, so you guys can hear it and learn a little bit about it. So let me. I'll flip the camera and show the chair so they can see that. But I'll hold this mic so they can hear you. So.
Yeah, the chair was left on the battlefield of the First Manassas. The people from Washington, D.C. thought it was going to be such a short war that they actually came out with picnic lunches and everything else in order to sit there and enjoy the little short battle that was going to end the war. Instead, the Confederates ended up winning the battle, and the people fled for their lives. One of the things they left behind on the battlefield was this chair, which was left from somebody from Washington, D.C. to sit there and do a picnic lunch. And you can see how beautiful, ornate it is and everything. The two guns on it, the black one in the foreground, That is a naval Colt 1836. It's a 36 caliber, 6-shot. And the one behind it is called the Lamat. That's a Confederate weapon. It actually has 9 shots of 42 caliber and a shotgun. The big barrel on the bottom, underneath the regular barrel, that's a shotgun barrel. So it actually had 9 shots of a shotgun.
Let me zoom in so they can see it. Now, what is the gold thing?
What's that?
What's the gold thing in the back?
That's a powder horn. That's how you kept your gunpowder.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
And you can see right here, the 36 caliber, you see those little lead balls?
Yes.
And the little gold caps behind it? It's a ball and cap. So you would load the powder into one of those cylinders, then you put a ball in there and you would tap it down. Then you put those gold caps on the little nipples that are over here, and that's how you fire the gun.
That's a lot of prep work to fire a shot.
It is. So as a result, all through the war, guys would keep like several of those little cylinders, that the gunpowder, the ball, they would keep several of those in their pockets loaded. All right. And then when you ran out of the 6 shots here, there's a little piece of metal. All you have to do is pull that piece of metal off. The barrel comes off. That little cylinder comes off. You just slide another cylinder in there, put the barrel back on, slide the piece of metal in, and in 15 seconds, you get 6 more shots.
Wow. Cool. I learned a lot today. I didn't know all that. See, this wasn't here when I was growing up here. No. See, I left. I live in another area now. So
yeah, we were about 25 years. We're at the airport, the municipal airport. In about 5 years, we moved here.
Oh, I didn't know you guys were at the airport. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's very cool. Well, yeah, I'd love to take a look inside. Hopefully I can maintain connection. We zoom out here. Hopefully I can maintain the connection. But yeah, let's take a look inside. Maybe you can show us around a bit. So there's an airport. What he was saying is they used to be at the airport. The airport's a little ways from here.
Those are all mines.
Oh, which one is?
These are German mines. That one right there is an anti-tank mine. Okay, it's designed so that if you bury that in the ground, you could actually tap dance on it. It will not go off. You have to weigh about as much as a tank or a heavy vehicle in order to set that mine off. It's designed to destroy tanks.
Oh, okay. Okay, wow, I didn't know they had something like that.
Hi everyone, so that's a little sneak peek of the Freedom Museum in Manassas, Virginia. I'm going to end the video here because my phone ended up overheating at that point, so I couldn't really take any more live footage. But I did go through the museum with a few volunteers and they gave me a really nice tour. So I am thinking about going back and doing a separate video that allows them the time necessary to provide a full tour of all of the elements of the museum because it was really cool. I want to show that. So I'm thinking about making a separate video, and subscribe to me so you can see when that is uploaded. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.